Hello everyone and welcome to Get to Know Hospitality Heroes, a video interview series where we get to know more about the professional and personal lives of some of the region's most important hospitality professionals. Today I'm pleased to welcome Ian Rydin, who is the General Manager of Mövenpick in Battuta. Thank you for joining us, Ian.
Thank you, thank you for being here.
So with more than 3 decades of experience in the hospitality industry, Ian has extensive experience in transforming teams and hotels while bridging business gaps and stabilising the bottom line. So to get to know you a little bit better, I'm going to ask you a mix of questions from my 2 pots here. I've got 1 career pot and 1 fun pot. So are you ready to get started?
I think so, if you'd be gentle with me.
Of course, we'll be kind. So I'll pick a career question first. Okay, so why and how did you choose your career?
I think it chose me, to be honest, to begin with. I thought always I was going to be an accountant. Can you imagine? But early on, I sort of got sucked into by my need of money to the hotel industry, and I immediately realized that this was a good place to be. The people that you work with are genuinely fun people. They like to have a passion to take care of other people, including their colleagues and guests. It was really how I started my career. And in the beginning, it was more about not so much about what I was doing, but where I was doing it. Okay. Very early on, I spent a few years working on seasonal resorts, so winter resorts, because I have a passion for skiing, and also for at the sort of sun and beach resorts because of all the fun that comes with that. And then I also worked in London because everybody sort of needs to work in London for some part of their, or at least live there for some part of their lives.
Yeah.
And then I've been fortunate that I've been able to pick the jobs and the destinations throughout my career. I've been managing my career successful in that sense. I suppose the only job I never knew existed in life, and because they came to me. I worked at a head office, a global head office in Brussels for almost 10 years, and during two different spells, where at that time the company was large, but it wasn't mega as it is today. They had a centralized division of doing hotel openings.
Okay.
And so I joined that team, and after a while I ended up heading up that team myself. So I love Brussels, but the good thing with that job was that it enabled me to travel around the world to do openings.
Yeah.
I did hundreds of openings in 40, 50 different countries in the world. It was just absolutely amazing. It was just fantastic.
Yeah.
But then I decided, look, for as much fun as that was, but like I said, stop doing it for too long. You need to do something else. So I went back to operations, and I picked the best hotel I knew within our company at that time, and it was based in Istanbul, which is an unbelievable city. If you've not been to Istanbul, you need to go.
I have. It's incredible.
Sensational. Yeah. So I was a few years there with a young family, my wife and a young child, and I just loved it because it was a good job. It was rewarding. It was challenging, but it was also the destination I wanted to go to. Mm-hmm. And after that, I was in Dubai 10 years ago, and before I came back now here, I was in Kenya, looking after a portfolio of hotels in East Africa. Mm-hmm. So the job has to be rewarding, it has to be challenging, but the destination it cannot be in a destination where it doesn't give you anything. It needs to give me or my family something.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you sound like you've traveled around quite a few different places, experienced the world.
It's just, I'm so fortunate because I never knew that I was ever going to see all these places and do all these jobs and experience all these things. I never knew. I didn't even know there were jobs like that.
Yeah. Well, you've made it sound very easy, but I'm sure it wasn't. I'm sure there was a lot of challenges along the way.
No, of course it was. We can do a lot more than we think.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'll move on now to a fun question for you. Okay, so what was the last thing that you Googled?
Myself?
Yes.
No, I Googled myself, but actually I had a little discussion with my wife the other day. She wasn't pleased. My cholesterol level is a little bit too high, my doctor says. So she argued that a certain beverage that comes from Scotland is not good for me. But I Googled it up and it says it's actually good for my cholesterol level. So yeah,
So it's to prove a point. I'm sure that's what Google's mostly used for, isn't it? Proving people right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll pick a career question now, and it is, what is the best piece of career advice you've ever received?
When I was about to leave that corporate office in Brussels, the CEO of that company, he told me to don't show any prestige by appearing to know everything about everything. So when he said, if you want to be successful as a GM or as a leader, surround yourself with people that are better than you within their respective functional expertise. Don't try to be better than them. Recruit or surround yourself with better people. Set direction, agree on goals and objectives, and then largely let them be.
Yeah.
Let them be as good as they are. Don't micromanage them too much or at all. And it's it's difficult sometimes because you want to get into it, but you have to let them go.
Yeah.
And I've been fortunate because in the organization I've been with, the hotels, we've been received quite a lot of awards. Hotel of the Year, GM of the Year, Best Performing Hotel, Most Improved Hotel. And it doesn't come because I knew it all. It's because I had good people around me. Really.
Yeah. Absolutely. Trusting people to do the job that they know how to do. Yeah. It's very important. Very good. Okay, I'll move on to another question now, and it's from the fun pot. Okay, so what song is on repeat for you right now?
It's a song that makes me happy, makes me in a good mood. And same thing with Netflix. When I watch Netflix, I only watch positive things now because there are so many other things
uplifting,
that yeah. So it's Blinding Lights with The Weeknd. It's just such a fun, happy 80s kind of fusion music. It's been on now for a couple of months, but it's still my favorite.
You might be interested to know you're not the first general manager to tell me that that's their favorite song.
Really? Oh, wow.
You're not. Yeah, I spoke to George Ganchev over at the Ajman Hotel, and that was also his favorite song. So there you go. Maybe there's something in there.
Yeah.
Very popular song. Okay, I'll pick another one now. So, career question. So what is your biggest challenge in your daily role?
It's the realization that as a leader or as a GM in this sense, that you have a lot of power. And with that power comes responsibility. You need to make decisions. You need to make a lot of decisions, even if they're tough ones, and you need to make them quick as well. Largely, they have to be on point. It's okay to make the wrong decision, but the big ones, the big calls, they have to be right. Because it's not only for me. I make these decisions for the investors because they want to return on their investment. For the brand that I represent, the operator that I work for, that I need to be able to deliver the brand promises, and also for the guest, of course. But I have not just a family that I could, take care of at home. I also have hundreds of employees and staff members, and they have hundreds or thousands of dependents. So I know this. So the power I have, I need to use responsibly because there's a lot of stake. So which means that I need to take the right decisions. I have to be brave enough to take the tough decisions, and I cannot hesitate. They have to be taken. So,
do you have any kind of advice for how you manage that? Obviously, that is a lot of pressure on your shoulders, as it is for a lot of people in similar positions. Kind of, what's your technique for not getting overwhelmed by it and managing that?
You have to set emotions aside, especially when you take tough decisions, and also when all decisions. But again, I'm going back to these are not my decisions. We are a team that work together. So if I have the right team around me that say the right things at the right time, these decisions are much easier to take.
Yeah.
But of course, there are times where you don't want to look, this is not going to be an easy one. But normally, and also if you have a bit of a self-confidence, you believe in yourself, then it's a lot easier.
Yeah, trust to make the right decision. Okay, I think we've got time for one more question. So I'll pick one from the fun pot. Okay, so other than your own hotel, what is the best hotel that you've ever stayed in?
I'm a little bit arrogant because I walk into any restaurant, bar, hotel. I always sit around and look at what would I do better? How can I improve this place? You know, it's just one of those things I walk into. Can I make it more profitable? Can I make it look better? Can I make it feel better? I have a friend who was part owner of the Soho Hotel in Istanbul.
Mm-hmm.
I went there a couple of years ago. And I sat in the lobby and I went to the restaurant and I went to the room and I realized that there's absolutely nothing I can do to improve that hotel. It's just perfect. Absolutely bang on. Everything. The design is perfect. The people are perfect. Mm-hmm. The music, you know, everything. It's just super. I mean, to give you an example, I checked in, I went to my room and I was going to get ready for the evening, and somebody knocks on the door. And it's one of the staff members comes with a trolley and asks me if I want to have a beverage, you know, not just a room service, but literally coming into my room, preparing a nice gin tonic for me.
Wow.
It's just small things, but it's just perfect.
Every little detail was just right.
Everything with that hotel. Yeah.
Perfect.
So what even I could improve that hotel, I can imagine.
If you can't make it better, then it must be pretty good.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us today, Ian. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, and we really look forward to welcoming you to the next edition of the Hotel Show. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, Ian.